NBA Finals nearing a conclusion as we reach Game 5 right here on EA Sports. We're at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Tonight, the Brooklyn Nets playing host to the LA Clippers. Hi, everyone. With Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you talk about the Nets coming in. They return home with this final series all even at 2. The anticipation is thick. They know they have to hold on to their home court advantage.
And these two teams have gotten a chance to know each other pretty well over this series. It's been a gruesome one so far, very tightly contested. But now, it can boil down to the best of 3, which makes tonight's Game 5 a pivotal one.
Whistle blows, it's an 8-second violation. George to Towns, picked up by the Nets. Oh, they don't get it across in time. That's an 8-second violation. DeAndre Jordan with a piece. Out of bounds. Last touch by DeAndre Jordan. Millsap. George. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the 3.
Millsap. To Towns. And he'll go to the foul line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Knocks down the first. Two for 2 on that trip. Up 5 seconds. Millsap. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Missed his first. That one goes.
The great defenders, the ones that really earn their paycheck, are the ones that refuse to be screened. You stuck to that screen like Velcro.
It's a 5-second violation. Millsap. George lets it fly. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
It's plain and it's simple. The difference between a winning team and a losing organization is the fact that their ability to finish plays. You have to find a way defensively to finish these type of plays to win this game.
Oh, 5-second violation. George, he made his first effort, but not that time. Eight seconds. It's going the other way. Paul George to Towns. DeAndre Jordan pins it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
George, they get it down for Towns. Nice pass to get things going.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Millsap. Here's Leonard for two. Kawhi Leonard. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Short jumper misses. The follow won't go either to Leonard. DeAndre Jordan rejects it. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Trouble getting the ball across half court. Kawhi Leonard against Harden. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Eight-second violation. It's going the other way. Kawhi Leonard, 3 for 6 now.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Oh, and we have a 5-second violation. Millsap. Kawhi Leonard. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Millsap goes to the right side. Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
That's a 5-second violation. George buries it on the catch and shoot. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively, he makes those clutch shots. It re-engages him defensively, and that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Leonard. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
5-second violation. Millsap. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Paul George, looking good. 4 for 5.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
That's a 5-second violation. Leonard. Passed it off. Paul George. He's now 5 for 6.
And I'll never forget one of my first games playing as a rookie with the Bulls. I talked to Steve Nash, and Steve Nash always used to tell me, the more you come out and you get your teammates involved, the easier it will be for you to score down the stretch. Think about it. You come out, you get 7, 8 quick assists, then a ball fake on the next possession. He bit, easy layup.
Up 5 seconds. DeAndre Jordan with the block. Fourth this contest.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
It's LA Clippers ball to Towns. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Karl Anthony Towns. A couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. Off the mark on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Harden with it up top. Down a bundle to Jordan. Irving. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Look at the fight for that ball. We'll get a jump. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Harden to Irving. to Durant. Short jumper misses.
You see, Ed, this is what the refs need to start calling. The defender hit the shooter right around the waist, which made him lunge into his shot and took away all of his concentration for it.
Throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Irving. Down low to Jordan. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
To Towns. And look out. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Irving to Harden. Great pass to set it up. DeAndre Jordan, look out.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
To Millsap. Beverly to Towns, down low, and finishes strong. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
And throws it down.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Leonard to Towns. Leonard to Towns. George, well defended. Irving with the basketball. His guys down big. Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. Millsap to Beverly. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
He missed that shot on his own. The defense didn't do anything on that play to make him miss.
Durant with the basketball up top. Looking to make something happen. Harden against Karl Anthony Towns. Here comes the screen. Irving to Harden. Five on the shot clock. Durant to Harden. Going to launch beyond the arc. Those shots today have been few and far between in what has been an uneasy first quarter.
And Ed, sometimes that's all you need. Just get one or two to fall. Find the rhythm, find the rhyme. You got plenty of time.
Brooklyn with the basketball. Griffin to Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. Griffin to Irving. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Can't connect. To Beverly. Millsap. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play.
Nominations can be submitted on our team website.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Irving to Aldridge. Coast to Kufos, snatching it out of the air. LA Clippers with the basketball to Towns. James Harden able to recover with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Not giving up on that play. The result, a tie-up. The officials ready. Let's see who can take the jump. Irving to Aldridge. Coast to Kufos. Sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Griffin. From the painted area, won't go down. Beverly into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Patrick Beverly at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Now it's Harden, controlling the offense. To Aldridge, knocked loose. Harden. Oh, but they call goaltending and count the basket. Changes coming from both sides right now. Beverly into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Down low Towns. And look out. Big finish at the rim. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Shot from the lane won't go. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Aldridge. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Beverly. LA with 4 to shoot. Rondo. Another chance. Swings it. That's out. Last touch by Costa Kufos. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Durant matched up with the former Wildcat. To Dinwiddie. And go head to the line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
And hits the first free throw. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. He throws it down. They cannot be stopped right now.
Sometimes your opponent is not even in the game from the start. That's the way you run the floor, and you put the pressure on them right away in the first quarter.
Until the end of today's game, the clean lies at the customer service desk located near section 104.
To Durant. Plenty of contact. The shot no good.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
In a flash. Scores at the rim. Deep three at the buzzer. 1 quarter in the books here in game number 5. And we're back after this. You're tuned into the NBA Finals on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Paul George to Towns. 5 seconds to shoot. Here's Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. To Dinwiddie. To Irving. Count the basket inside.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
LaMarcus Aldridge. Huge block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
George. They get it down for Towns. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Irving brings the ball up court. To Aldridge. Nothing going here on that drive. Kyrie Irving. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
No good. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Taurean Prince trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 82%. Unable to connect on the free throw. It was right there. James Harden at the controls. To Irving. Surveys the floor. Harden to Irving. Harden. Message received. Well defended.
Defense. Defense, let's go.
Leonard to Towns. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Karl-Anthony Towns. He's got 2 shots coming. Shooting 75% so far tonight. First one, count it.
Stepping in for the Nets, number 7,
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Durant across the timeline. Down a bundle. No good, and no foul. Kawhi Leonard here against Harden. Short jumper misses. Kyrie across the timeline. His guys down big. Kyrie Irving. He's now 4 for 6.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Rondo into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Kyrie with the rock. To Aldridge. Harden. Knocked loose. Durant lets it fly. And the rebound taken by the Clippers. Into the front court comes Rondo. He'll run the offense. Paul George to Towns. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Irving. You've got to get that one to go. Clippers have the basketball. Probing the defense. He's looking for an opening. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Here's Karl-Anthony Towns. Can't connect.
Match up, baby. I got him. Here we go. Here we go. What's that?
Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go. There you go. Way to stay with it.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. George, defended by Kevin Durant. Leonard to Towns, down low. Won't go. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Probing the defense. Irving. And it's Towns there to get the rebound. And scores.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
And the rebound gathered in by Towns. It goes down.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
To Jordan. Durant over to the right side. To Irving. Griffin. To Irving. Karl Anthony Towns. Tips it. Kawhi Leonard matched up with Harden. To Towns. Blake Griffin swats it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. To Harden. And he throws it down. Nuclear from Blake Griffin.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Leonard to Towns. Short jumper won't go down.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Leonard to Towns. From the painted area, won't go down.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
To Harden. For three, James Harden. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Beverly to Leonard. Here comes the screen. Ferocious slam inside. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
You can get your game program from a team representative at any one of our main entrances around the arena.
substitution being made in this one. Durant, tough matchup against George. Has a chance. Griffin's shot off the mark. It's LA Clippers ball. Leonard to Towns. DeAndre Jordan sends it away. Ooh, 5 now.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Harden and knocks it down. Jay for the defender. Tough to gamble once the ball's behind the arc.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Curling inside. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Karl Anthony Towns with a piece.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
And the finish at the rim.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Nets have it. To Griffin. Lets it fly from long range, and the rebound for Towns. Beverly into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. George, defended by Kevin Durant. Shot from the lane won't go. To Harden. And a chance coming up at the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
James Harden at the line for 2 shots. A career 85% free throw shooter. First one goes down. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. To Towns. Kawhi Leonard. Harden's on him. Deep 3 at the buzzer. We have reached the break in this pivotal Game 5. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. The Clippers dominated this matchup from the opening tip. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Clippers. These are the guys getting buckets for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Assists.
The Los Angeles Clippers are a team that's playing unselfish basketball and reaping the benefits. Great chemistry from these guys in the opening half, and it bodes well for them moving forward. Paul Millsap is the leader among his teammates in dimes.
Player of the half.
Karl Anthony Towns has been punishing the rim with a variety of dunks. This is a guy that wants the top play section all to himself.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half.
Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Beverly into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. To George. Leonard to Paul George. And it's Jordan there for the rebound. To Durant. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Leonard to Towns. Paul George, 4-2. Shot won't go. The follow won't go either. Irving brings the ball up court. To Durant. Takes stock of the floor. Runner here won't go down. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Patrick Beverly looking good. 4 for 5.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Harden into the front court. Down a bundle. To Griffin. Irving. To Durant. Oh, he had it. Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. Kawhi Leonard here against Harden. Short jumper off the mark.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
To Griffin. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden to Irving. Has a look. Irving shot off the mark. Millsap to Beverly. Patrick Beverly. He's now 5 for 6.
There's something to be said about a guy that can make the game easier for everybody else on the court. We call that dropping dimes, very similar to the way I'm dropping nuggets on this broadcast.
Irving to Jordan. Off the assist.
Come on, DJ. Give the people what they want. I want that for my screensaver.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Sizing up the defense. Leonard to Millsap. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Irving into the front court. His guys down big. Able to convert inside.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
George, tough matchup against Durant. They get it down to Millsap. Paul Millsap, 3 for 6 now. Here comes the screen. Irving to Harden. Trying to cash in. No good. No daylight. Great defense. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Griffin. Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden to Durant. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
It's Brooklyn's ball. Here comes the screen. Surveys the floor. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Harden against George. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Time for some new personnel into the game. George matched up with Durant. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. To Harden. Karl Anthony Towns pins it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
LA Clippers with the basketball. George to Millsap. Almost unlucky bounce. To Harden. Paul Millsap rejects it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Good look that time, but off the mark. To George. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
PG lets it fly. Not that time. Now to Jordan, down low. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
The screen sets him up for two.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Brooklyn's got it. Harden, defended by Towns. A scary sight. DeAndre Jordan with the putback slam.
That's a DJ we all know and love.
Beverly to Paul George. Beverly to Millsap. Fine to shoot. Paul Millsap. Now 4 for 9.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Aldridge. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
James Harden at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Missed the foul shot. Beverly into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Has a chance, can't connect.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Here comes the screen. To Aldridge. Carl Anthony.
Oh, get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Won't go.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
And the basket good at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Hey, match up, match up, match up. Got you.
A drive through the paint, but his shot misses. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose, but really good habits to gain.
First try at the line, no good. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. To Hollis Jefferson. Harden against George. To Jordan, down low. Couple of cracks at the line now.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Los Angeles Clippers are in penalty.
Nope, first one does not go.
Los Angeles, number 21, Patrick Beverly.
And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Clippers have the basketball. Beverly to Leonard. Has a look. And scores. Nice move, Jay.
Did you see the distance between him and the defender? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down. Harden. Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't fall. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Harden to Jordan. It's Harden. He scores on the step back. Jay, how did he get free? Deep three at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end, and a nice advantage right now for the Clippers. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the fourth quarter, and they have really not shown up tonight. This has been a very disappointing performance.
I mean, they've been outplayed in every facet of the game. Shooting, rebounding, even taking care of the ball. Even the managers of the opposing team are running out there faster to clean up the floor than their managers are.
Curling inside. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
James Harden trying to cash in on a three-point play. He struggled so far. Free throw up and good. It's a three-point play, but a rare spot as they continue to trail big. To Leonard. Scores from the post.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Leonard. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Ed and I want to go home too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
First free throw is good.
Into the game.
Goes 2 for 2.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Harden in possession. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. James Harden trying to cash in. And he knocks it down, Jay.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's LA Clippers ball. To Leonard. Probing the defense. Kawhi Leonard, defended by Kevin Durant. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Harden in possession. Down a bundle. Irving to Harden. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't connect. Nice finish at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. James Harden, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. And he connects on the first free throw. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Beverly to Leonard. Layup goes down. Well done.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Harden matched up with Paul George. Gets a shot up off the mark. The follow won't go either. To Leonard. To George. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
Oops, he missed the first one. No good on the first, no good on the second. 0 for 2. Paul Mills.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Griffin. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Beverly to Millsap. Down low Towns. The pass set it all up.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Irving to Griffin. Here's Durant for two. And the rebound comes down to the Clippers. Beverly into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. George matched up with Harden to Leonard. L.A. with 4 to shoot. Here's Leonard for two. The rebound cleared by the Nets. Nets have the basketball to Durant. Irving down low to Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, look out.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Leonard. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
First try, no good. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Brooklyn with the basketball. Irving to Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Irving to Griffin. Fires the three. Cleans it up. Offensive board. And scores. Plus the foul. DeAndre Jordan. Another strong finish. Going to the line for a chance at three.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
DeAndre Jordan at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Free throw good, so they get the three-point play. But it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. It's the Clippers with the possession now to Millsap. Here comes the screen. Probing the defense. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Leonard. He engulfed him that time. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
James Harden trying to cash in on a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Count the free throw as well. Beverly into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Leonard. Beverly won't go down. Into the front court, it's Irving. He'll run the offense. To Griffin. Nothing going here on that drive. Irving to Harden. And the rebound taken in by Towns.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
To Irving. Has a chance. Shot by Kyrie, no good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Towns to Millsap. The drive, right to the basket. Leonard knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested three goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Harden. Now to Jordan, down low. Knocked loose. Jordan. Getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck.
Hey, switch, I got him.
Beverly to Leonard. Knocks it down. Off the step back. Irving to Jordan. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Towns to Millsap. Towns with a shot. That won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Screen coming. Irving to Jordan. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. DeAndre Jordan at the line for a chance at a three-point play, shooting 66% in this contest. Oh, he can't connect. LA Clippers with the basketball. To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. Leonard to Millsap. Can't miss those. Irving to Harden. Baseline drive, the shot won't fall. Towns to Leonard. Can't connect from inside. Harden to Irving. Kyrie Irving has got two shots coming. A career 87% from the line. Can't connect on the first free throw.
For Los Angeles, number 13, Paul George. Subbing in for Brooklyn, number 2, Torian Prince.
So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. to Beverly. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Irving to Griffin. Irving to Harden. Shot no good there.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. And he's going to the line to shoot two.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose, but really good habits to gain.
Karl Anthony Towns at the line for two shots. He's been steady, 83% at the line. Knocks down the first. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Clippers have the basketball. Leonard to Beverly. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Here comes the screen. Leonard cleans it up. Slam down. Karl Anthony Towns on the follow.
Oof, really showing no mercy here. This one is out of hand, and the offense is still pouring it on.
No, I missed a short one there. Beverly to Towns. They get it to George. Down low. Strong finish for Paul George.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Clippers have got it. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory. They've claimed the pivotal Game 5 to go up 3 games to 2 in this best-of-7 series. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers won this matchup with a significant margin. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. Check out the leading scores for the Los Angeles Clippers.
It wasn't a great performance by these guys. And unfortunately, we have video evidence. Viewer discretion advised.
Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Assists.
The Los Angeles Clippers showed off the kind of team chemistry that coaches love to see from their players. The more they moved the ball, it showed how much they trust each other. In the end, they got to win, and it looked like they had a great time doing it.
Player of the game.
Kawhi Leonard could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
was cold.
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.